Okay, this is another TV producer. Hello? Hello? Yeah. So you sound good. Cool.
We're putting together this show where we have people who have put their videos up and become famous for reasons that they did not originally intend. And a lot of times there's bullying involved, and what we're trying to do is give a different view of the people that have become these possible drug icons.
Right.
Yeah, what we would be interested in doing is learning a little bit about you, learning a little bit about what you're trying to do,
Yeah.
what you're trying to do in your future,
Yeah.
and following you for a week,
Oh, wow.
hopefully in Yosemite, and just seeing what you're doing, and we're not going to have a host or anything like that, just,
Yeah.
struggle to try to.
Oh, that sounds cool. Yeah, but here's the thing. I don't try. I just do. And I don't want anything. I am just a servant. So it's just flowing through me. And I don't struggle. Everything just flows. So you can record that. Yeah, I mean, it's like mind-blowing. Yesterday I went swimming under Yosemite Falls, a 2,425-foot waterfall, and there's rainbows all around. Yeah, it was pretty mind-blowing. My land is about 10 miles as the crow flies from the park border. It takes about an hour or maybe a little less to drive there. But my kids are Yosemite Indians, and we have ceremonies throughout the year, Yosemite Indian ceremonies throughout the year in the park. So we have a thriving, active native culture. And then I host couch surfers and farm volunteers from all over the world here on my farm, and I go with them up to Yosemite, and we go do fun stuff. Yeah, that's a big part of it. And then my farm, I got lots of stuff growing here. I have chickens, I have dogs and a cat, and I have like 25 fruit trees and vegetable gardens and stuff like that. Yeah, lots of stuff going on, and working on an eco village and just like on and on. But it's the thing. Here's the thing. I don't want any of it. It's just coming, and I'm just manifesting it because Spirit is flowing through me, and I'm just doing Spirit's work. Oh yeah, we have the bear ceremony 3 times a year, and then we have a walk, and then we have spirit camp, and then we have sweats like every other week. So there's like lots of Native American ceremonies that the Yosemite Indians have, and my children are Yosemite Indians, so we all do this together. We've been doing this since '86 is when I first started going, and we're just like have this culture that we're active in. It's really amazing. Yeah, but I was going to tell you now that they don't want no cameras there. Yeah, that's the part of it. But I am able to like walk you through where like the ceremonial grounds that we use, and like tell you. But we couldn't film an active ceremony. That'd be like no way. Yeah. But I mean, my kids are Yosemite Indians, and they're happy to talk about it. And you know what I mean? This is not the actual thing. It's just like. It's no way. I do a lot of interviews. Yeah, I mean, my life is pretty much exactly the same as it was before I went viral. I have a farm. I have volunteers from all over the world come and help me on my farm. I play in Yosemite. Other than that, I mean, it's given me a little bit of money so that I'm now like back to where I was before, because I stopped working in 2004 to like try and make a living as a starving artist, and I lived on $6,000 a year or less for 6 years, and then when it went viral, then it was like, okay, some money came in, and so now I'm like back to like a comfortable level. But I mean, I traveled a little bit for it, here and there. I went all over the world, especially right when I was going viral. But like my life is like just the same, and you know what? I wouldn't have it any other way. It's just really amazing. It's so beautiful here. I mean, the video, the double rainbow video, I'm sitting on my couch and seeing that same view right now as I'm talking to you. Yes. And there's Wi-Fi out there too. Okay, well, usually wake up around 10 and have some coffee, get on the internet for a couple hours, and go outside and I'll water, take care of my plants, deal with take care of the animals, make sure that everything's getting watered, harvest some food. There's eggs, and then there's fruit, and then like depending on the day, we might go swimming to the river. Like this is summertime, right? So we'll go swimming to the river. Or yesterday we went swimming in Yosemite, under Yosemite Falls, and then we get back and I'll like check the water again. I'll check the animals, and then like we'll have dinner, and then like we'll sit around. Sometimes we have a campfire, and you know, just like have some beers or whatever, or whatever, and then just go to bed. It's like really, really chill and relaxing. Well, right now there's 2 Swedish girls, couch surfers, and then there's a couch surfing girl from LA, and then my Irish farm volunteer Ruth. She's actually working right now. So I mean, like there's a lot of people that come through here and help out a lot. I rarely have any time to just where I just me here. Just like a lot of people here all the time. Yeah, I mean, it's not about what I like. It's just about what is, you know, and it's like I accept and appreciate what comes, and I don't resent what doesn't, you know what I mean? I'm just like, I'm living life, and I'm like, whatever comes, like, ooh, that's fun, but it's really amazing how cool it is, you know? I mean, I went swimming with 4 beautiful women yesterday under a waterfall. Yes, I just have to accept and appreciate that stuff. Well, I was born and raised in East Los Angeles in the Barrios, and it was always like my parents took me to the mountains a lot and instilled that love of nature for me. And when I came to Yosemite with my parents, I was like, wow, this is amazing. And then when I was an adult and could go where I wanted, I came to Yosemite, and it was like, oh my God, I got to live here. And when I came here, it was like, I don't want to leave. I don't want to leave this place. I want to live here for the rest of my life because it's so amazing. And I just kind of made it happen, you know. And the things that I did along the way, like, you know, when I was 7 or 8, I read a book about this kid who ran away and lived in the forest, and that was kind of like my dream. And then I worked in the Youth Conservation Corps and got to live in the mountains, and I worked for the California Conservation Corps and, you know, got to work outside. And then I worked for LA County Fire Department, and then I went to Yosemite. And it's like, it always just like a progression of like being in nature. And then I bought this land in 1988 when I was 25 years old, and I hacked a farm out of the wilderness, and I filmed this rainbow, and it turned me into a household name. Right? I know, it's mind-blowing. And you know what? It's nothing I ever wanted or tried for. It just came. It came because I'm a servant. I'm a servant for my fellow man, and I'm a vessel of spirit. I do what God commands me. And that's what the video is. The video is me understanding that I'm in the presence of God. That's why it's affected humanity like it is. I mean, you know, anytime anyone sees a rainbow now, they start saying like, hey, what does it mean? Because they're copying me. They don't understand that, oh, I'm just copying you. But the thing is, they're mouthing the words, and I'm getting to question spirit. I'm getting to like try and open that door. That's crazy stuff, right? No, I don't believe in religion at all. I'm anti-religious. Religion wants to act as an intermediary between man and God, or man and spirit. And I'm here to tell people that there's nothing wrong with religion, but you don't need it. Because you can connect to God on your own without someone telling you how to do it. Yeah, God. God talks to me directly. That's what the video is. Well, when it's a whole different reality when you live in nature like this. It's like I got 100-mile views with complete privacy that hundreds of millions of people have seen. When you live out in nature like this and you don't have car traffic and you don't have people that, are right around you, it changes you. It makes it so that you're more easily able to connect to spirit. Yeah, I could tell. Do you know how many songs have been written using my words? It's mind-blowing, man. Yeah, I look at everything. Anytime someone uses my meme, my fans send it to me because they know I respond to everything. Yeah, I read everything that people send me. I take it all in, I filter it, and I reply with whatever I can. Oh yeah, I'm exactly the same person because you know what, this thing came to me for a reason. I'm the kind of personality that's like, okay, yeah, that's just another thing. I mean, I've always been like this, and it's like wherever I was, it was like I was this larger than life personality, and people kind of like, I don't know, I just had this big personality, and for this to happen, it's just like, okay, yeah, that's, that was supposed to happen. Oh no, I went through a period of deep depression right before the double rainbow came. I was like, I went all the way down to zero. I didn't have any money. I was like, I don't know what was going to happen. This whole thing wasn't working. And like, I didn't have no girlfriend, and it was like, damn, man, this sucks. I just want to die, because I'm not happy. But I didn't do that because I have children, and not living would not be fair to them, so it's like, okay, no matter what, I have to stay alive, and I have to just keep going because it's not about me. It's about that I'm here. I have children, I have people who love me and care about me. I just have to endure the pain. And bam, man, it's like this rape. I got some understanding. And here's the thing, dude. Everything I'm telling you here, there's tons of videos that I talk about this stuff. So it's all already out there. But I just endured like the hard times, and then I was just, okay, I'm gonna be a servant. I'm gonna just I'm gonna do what Spirit wants me to, and then bam, like all of a sudden I'm the most Google person on the planet. I was the month I went viral 4 years ago today. It was crazy, man. I was like, okay, I'm like this hermit living on the side of this mountain, trying to eke a living out of photography and growing food and stuff like that. And then like MTV's calling, Jimmy Kimmel's calling, Tosh.0 is calling, Microsoft's calling, and I'm going all over LA. And then this TV show in London wanted to give me Video of the Year and fly me out there and pay for everything. And I was literally too busy flying all over the world to make time for that. I mean, what a transition, right? Going from like a hermit dirt farmer, starving artist, to all of a sudden, like, I'm just flying all over the world. God, it was crazy. And, when it first started, I had no money, I had no car, I had no cell phone, I didn't have shit. And I just kind of floated down to LA. A TV show, a radio station brought me down to LA, and then people were just taking care of me. And I didn't have a cell phone, but everyone around me, their cell phones were just ringing, trying to talk to me. Oh yeah, it's great, man. I see my kids all the time. I was there. I didn't we were divorced, me and their mom, so I didn't have custody of them, but I had my visitation all the time, and I took 110% of it. And the relationship has always been real good. We do ceremonies together. I was just in a sweat with both my son and my daughter. Me and my daughter's motorcycle ride together. I went and visited her in Maui. She lived in Maui last winter. And she works in the park, and yeah, I have a great relationship with them. My daughter's just like she's super human. She's like doing crazy stuff, and she works in the background. She's a crew leader, and she takes care of Yosemite. And my son's like really into the ceremonies, and like right now he's like he's struggling trying to figure out where his role in life. But the thing that's good for him is like he's very centered in the ceremonies and the culture. So that's holding him up, But he's struggling a little bit. But my daughter, she's really flourishing. But I have a great relationship with both of them. I see them all the time. We do stuff together. We all get together a lot, and we still do the ceremonies. Like we just did a ceremony last Saturday where we tore down the old sweat lodge and we rebuilt it, and then we all had a sweat, and both my kids were there, and their mom was there. Their mom and me have been divorced for like 20-something years, but we still do the ceremonies together. We go up there together, and we're both there for the kids. So, yeah, it works pretty good. Yeah. My daughter's 27 and my son's 25. Yeah, and they're both crazy beautiful. Yeah. Yeah, she has a motorcycle too. Yeah, there's a really good video that I could send you where we go motorcycle riding, and then we go to Yosemite, and then we go to Sentinel Dome, and we watch the sunset and the full moon rise together. Yeah, we do stuff like that all the time. The sunset and the full moon rise. Yeah, almost every month I go do that. Yeah, it's Sentinel Dome is in Yosemite near Glacier Point. It's about 15 miles as the crow flies from my farm. Yeah, it takes a while to get there. It's like an hour and a half drive because you got to go all the way around. But it's physically close to my land. Yeah, he's going through a little bit of hard times, but the thing that's good about him is that he's got the ceremonies, he's got the culture, and he really lives it. He really practices the ceremony. Like we had Spirit Camp recently, and it's like a 9-day ceremony. He was up there the whole time, and they do sweats two or three times a day, and he didn't miss any. And it's hard. I mean, doing a sweat is like really intense. It's very hot in there and uncomfortable, and he did them all. So like. Yeah, oh, go ahead. Yeah, the sweats are what? Okay, so the Spirit Camp that we went to, it's this like 9-day thing, and what's going on, that is, we're getting ready for the bear dance. Okay, so what happens is all the Yosemite Indians, they find money. They get money from casinos. They get grants, and they make a kitchen, and they feed everyone who comes. And it's not just the Yosemite Indians, but that's who puts it on. But we all camp there, and then we do sweats. We'll do a sweat in the morning and the night, and sometimes in the middle of the day. And then the people who are going to do the bear dance, they'll fast for 4 days. They go up on the mountain, and they just stay in their tent, and they don't drink food or water. And so the people that are in the sweats, they're suffering for them. They go and they we like go inside the sweat, and we pray for the people who are doing the fasting, who are going to do the bear dance. And then at the end of the week, we all go down to Yosemite Valley together and go in the Indian roundhouse. And the guys who did or sometimes it's women too, who did the fasting, they come in a bear skin. It's really late at night. There's a fire going. It looks really old. And then so there's a lot of power and medicine in that, because like we're suffering for them. They're not eating for 4 days, so they're getting spiritual like energy and connection. And then we all come in and get healing from that whole ceremony, because the bear spirit is the Yosemite Indians totem. That's the Yosemite Indians people is the bear clan. And so we have that ceremony, and it gives us healing energy, and it like it just makes our life like it gives us like a purpose, you know. It gives us a sense of community, and it's just really good medicine. Yeah. Yeah, right in the valley, right there behind the visitor center, we have a roundhouse, and we use that. And there's another one that we're building that's been blocked. There's a whole thing about that. It's got lots of videos of that on my YouTube channel. I mean, I have 1,700 public videos, and I publish more than one a day. Yeah, I'm on it. And I also set to publish 2 a week for 10 years into the future. So I publish probably 30, 40 videos a month, and then I time 2 of them a week to come out in 10 years from the day I shot them. So they're like a message or a little reminder, or maybe it just doesn't fit now. And so then I'm going to have videos coming out 10 years from the last time I make one. Okay, sure. Yeah. Usually coffee and toast, sometimes eggs, sometimes oatmeal, just whatever I'm in the mood for. Yeah. 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 Water everything. That's real important in the summertime. Water, and then like make sure the animals have water and food. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty typical. Sometimes I'll ride my motorcycle out there. I probably do a lot more than that, but YouTube allows you to set when you're going to publish them. So I publish at least one video every day at like 12:30 a.m. And then sometimes like, oh, something really badass will happen, and I'll throw that on there immediately. You know, so sometimes it's more than one a day. But for sure, I publish one video every day, and then sometimes more. Yeah, I usually do that in the evening instead of watching TV. I'll just like make TV, you know. I'll just like start editing, and I got it down to a system where it's like it's really easy and it goes fast. And I'm just doing it in between, like playing on Facebook and playing Scrabble and checking my YouTube, and yeah, it kind of all just flows together. I do several things at the same time. Yeah. And then I'll just sit in front of the computer again and just and then you know either surf and edit at the same times, or sometimes we'll have a campfire, and you know if there's a lot of people out here, we'll have a few drinks or smoke or whatever, and you know just socialize. It's always different, but that's probably can be pretty typical. You know, it's especially like tonight. There's those Swedish girls here, and this girl from LA, and my farm volunteer. I'm gonna see if we can have a fire tonight if the fire danger is not too intense. And those right now, the Swedish girls are doing a hike in Yosemite up the Mist Trail in Yosemite, and so if they get back in time, yeah, we could have a fire tonight. Yeah.
Anything in the ones that you think is, pretty unbelievable.
I mean, my whole life is mind blowing, man. I mean, you should see the footage that I shot yesterday. I mean, we're under this waterfall, and there's like rainbows all around us, beautiful girls, and it's like, yeah, it's pretty. My whole life is just like, and the people that are with me, and it's like, wow, and I'm like, yeah, that's kind of just how my life is all the time. Yeah. Yeah, the walk's coming up. I think it's either the end of this month or the beginning of next month, and like that's something that I'm gonna be like I'll participate in. I'll go to some of it, but it's like they're not gonna let a camera crew anywhere near it. It's like yeah, you're gonna be unwelcome there. It just we can go and be like okay. this is where we have it. We just couldn't do it while they were here, while it was going on. You know what I mean? I could. Then there, I have one video where it's like we're at the ceremony, but you know, even me who's been part of it, looks like they don't want cameras in the middle of it. You know, so I'm kind of like in the fringes, and I'll talk about it. It's like, oh, this is what I'm doing. We're at this ceremony, but I won't film the ceremony. I'll just film like what we're doing around the ceremony. Like this one video that I really like is my son swimming, because we have it at Tenaya Lake, this really beautiful lake, and I got a video of him just swimming with the underwater camera. And then in the beginning of the video, I talk about, yeah, we're on the walk, and this is what I'm doing at the walk, but here's what we're doing right now. You know, the walk is they walk 60 miles, like from Mono Lake to Yosemite Valley, and it retraces the old trading route, how the Indians traded, like the Paiutes, the Mono Lake Paiutes and the Yosemite Miwoks. They would trade back and forth. They would trade obsidian and pine nuts and acorn meal, but really the main thing they traded was each other. They hooked up. That was what really drove them. No one talks about that, but I know. Because in the tribe that you live in, you can't hook up with anyone there, because they're all, yeah, you're all related. They're your cousins, right? And that's really big taboo. So you got to go to the neighboring tribe and hook up with them. Oh yeah, I'm there 100% of the time. I go to everything. Yeah. We can recreate some of the stuff. We can, you know, I can take you into like where we do it, but you wouldn't be able to film like all the people there. You could film us at another time at the places where we do it, but we couldn't, there's like no way that we could be there with cameras, especially a camera crew, during the ceremonies. It's like no way. That's just, they're totally against that. Yeah, I mean, they're family, and you know, friends is not accurate. It's family. Yeah. Yeah, and a lot of them feel that the photography and the stuff that I've done is like good for the people and good for the tribe, and they're like, oh yeah, take our family picture and stuff like that, you know. But then there's some of them that are like, oh no, we don't want that new technology, and you know, but those are the old ones, and the new ones are coming in. Like my daughter, you know, she's gonna be one of the ones who's gonna be in charge of all this stuff, and she's like pro technology, because she sees like it's good to have the old ways and the new ways. You know, we want to integrate what's coming, not shun it and hide it, you know, and stay away from it and only keep the old ways, because that just doesn't work. We're not in those times anymore. We're in modern times, and we have this stuff. Let's integrate it to, you know, the old ways and the ceremonies, and go from there. Yeah. They're like, oh, it's just another thing in our lives, in our dad's lives. You know, it's like not that big a deal, because, you know, our whole life is just like mind blowing. You know, I mean, yeah, having 10,000. I took my kids to VidCon when they sing the Double Rainbow song. They closed the concert with my song, and then they come out and they bring me out, and I brought my kids year before last and on stage, and my kids were like, yeah, that was trippy. Yeah, we don't think we want to go back, but that was a good experience. Yeah, I'll send you that video too. It's mind blowing. Oh, there's tons of that, you know, because the video is a mirror. A double rainbow is a mirror of itself. So, and the double rainbow video is a mirror for the person watching it. So if you have negativity in it, that's what you're gonna put back. You know what I mean? The video is a mirror for your soul. I even say that in the video description for the double rainbow video. Read it. It's like look into the mirror, look into your soul. I say something like that on the description. So yeah, I mean, it's like tons of negativity. But you know what? Here's the thing: it's a rainbow. You know what I mean? How are you gonna see negativity in a rainbow? You're only gonna see it if you're the one that's negative. Yeah, yeah,
earlier that you that God talks to you directly.
yeah. Well, I mean, when you're out in nature, like a lot of people get it when they go backpacking. You know, it's like, oh, we're out in the middle. You can connect to spirit, and people don't realize. A lot of people think, oh, God's this old man in space, you know, but God is all around us. It's nature, you know, it's the universe, it's everything. And when you get away from like the cities and car noise and stuff like that, you can start to connect to it more easily, because when you're in the city, you put up this wall around you. You know, it's like I don't want to hear the cars, I don't want to hear traffic, you know, but when you're out in nature, it's like, oh, I'm just going to open myself up and be part of it. And so, you know, that it's like when you live your whole life like that, it really affects you and changes you and makes you this person that just can connect to spirit, you know, all the time. And so, like, my whole existence is like, I'm connected to spirit, and I hear what I'm saying. Like, the plants talk to me, the animals talk to me. You know, I just understand what's going on. And so the thoughts that come into my head, that's spirit. You know, I get all these ideas like, oh yeah, I'm supposed to make a farm, and I'm supposed to grow this thing, and I'm supposed to have my home so that people can come here and visit from all over the world. You know, I just hear this stuff, and that's what I do. You know, and there's a lot of things that I will immediately know, no, I'm not supposed to do that. Like when Taco Bell asked me to endorse their thing, it's like, okay, I can't do that. You know, it's just like a switch. I know, okay, I'm not supposed to do that. And then there's a lot of things like, okay, this is what I'm supposed to do. I just hear it in my head. Yeah, some people call it imagination. Yeah. It's your imagination, you know. When you hear a thought in when you get an idea, you know, oh, I'm supposed to get this job. That's spirit talking to you. You know, people don't understand that. You know, so I'm here, and I'll get it's like, oh, I'm supposed to turn this old water tank into a composting toilet so I can host more people here. You know, it's that kind of thing. You know, it's like, I'll just get this like little bit of inspiration. Oh, it's an idea. You know, I hear an idea. That's spirit. That's what I interpret as spirit. Yeah. Yeah, you should email me, and I'll send you like some videos that you might want to watch that will give you some insight into what's going on here. No, you know what? I don't really care. I mean, if you're like, oh, I want to do this, I'll listen to what you got to say, and if it's like something I'm supposed to do, I'll know and I'll do it. And anytime I decide to do something, I give it 110%, and I'm badass. You know what I mean? I don't fuck around. I get shit done, and it's like, okay, this is the way it's supposed to be. Did you know I was a professional cage fighter? Yeah. So I can cry over a rainbow, and I can get into a locked cage with a giant and fight a real fight. Okay, so I drove truck from 1994 to 2004, and I gained 200 pounds. I was like 500 pounds when I was in 2004 when I stopped driving truck, and I'm like, damn, I'm gonna die, right? And I'm like, okay, so if I'm gonna die fighting. And I'm like, oh, if I'm going to fight, I should fight in the cage, because that's where you fight, right? And so I started training, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to use this training to lose weight. And I lost 180 pounds. And I got to a weight where I was like, in 5 years. Yeah, and I trained for a year to fight in the cage, and I fought this giant. He was 6'8", 425 pounds, and he won. The video's on YouTube. It's got like 400,000 views on it. But I did real good. At one point, I knocked him down, and they listed me Now I'm listed as a professional cage fighter, and they paid me $500. And like all the interviews, you know, like on Tosh.0 and all that, they use the picture that me and him took together. Like I fought this giant. I mean, he makes me look small. I'm a real big guy, and this guy makes me look tiny. So yeah, I used cage fighting to lose weight. I used it as a trick so that I would train hard, because I figured if I didn't train hard, I was going to get my ass kicked. Yeah, I tricked myself. Yeah, it is. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Well, here's the thing, dude. It's like whenever you got time and you're like, okay, I want this, we want this and this to happen, I manifest stuff. You know what I mean? This land manifests stuff. Whatever you're into, we can make it. We can manifest it. You just have to. You just have to decide that that's what you want to do, and then it just flows through me, and shit happens. It's magic. I'm magic. It's because I know how to use the universe. Yeah. Uh huh. Yeah. 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 All right. Yeah. 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 Okay. Well. Yeah. I mean, if you're following me around with cameras and I gotta be on, I'm gonna want $1,000 a day minimum. You know what I mean? It's like that's hard. You know, here's the thing. I don't do anything for money, but if someone's making money, then I need to get some of it. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's like I do everything for free. Yesterday, I took all these girls swimming, and it's like, you know, I don't charge for that. I just do it because I'm passionate about it. But if you are making a show, all you guys are making a salary, all you guys are making a living, you know, I need to get some too. And like, yeah, and yeah, yeah, I'm down for that. Yeah. And then, you know, however many days you want to do it, you just got to let me know as soon as you know, like, okay, we think we can do it on these days. And then I could just, like, try and make stuff happen. You know, I can make it as interesting as I can, you know, try and get my kid, make sure because my daughter works in the backcountry, you know, so it's like I'd have to plan it with her to make sure that she could be around, because you're definitely going to want her because she's really amazing. Yeah, wait till you see this video. Send me an email. Take down my email. Okay. Yosemitebear.net. Yeah. Okay, I'll send you some videos that it'll be like, wow, that's like, you know, it doesn't seem like I should have as like the videos that I put out, not that many people watch them, but you know what? My life's really interesting. And I think that the content that I'm making is just going to be used for a long time. And that's part of why I do it. I think there's going to be a lot of movies and TV stuff made about me, and I want to give them as much content as I can. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So this guy just came up with this idea right when me and Anton Dotson start to go viral, and this whole thing is like Google, YouTube's changing and all this, and he's like, "Oh, I'm going to tap into this," and he got me and him together and a bunch of other people who were like really big on YouTube, and then he made this story about. It was like Alice in Wonderland meets Chronicles of Narnia, but it's in the internet, and it's populated by all the internet stars. And so so he got enough money to make a trailer, and then he was just going to be like, we're going to try and get funding. They set the project at 66 million, and then we're going to try and get that. We're going to try and get that funding and make a full feature length movie. And here's the thing. I fought with him tooth and nail over what he called it. The Chronicles of Rick Roll. Rick Roll is a joke. It's a joke that you're playing on someone on the internet. And I'm like, you're cursing yourself by doing it. He never got the money. He never got the money. And you know what? I was at the beginning, I was like, don't call it that. Don't call it that. You're cursing us. And then like there was a few things where it's like he was close to getting the money. And he's like, so what do you think now? Do you think that it's still a curse? And I'm like, well, get the money and I'll say I was wrong. So it's been like, 3.5 years and he never got the money. And things have changed since then. I think it's never going to happen. Yeah. No, I don't have any exclusive agreements with anyone. I don't sign shit like that. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
When the network signs on, they know that you're involved and you have certain stipulations.
Yeah.
Our basically, you're able to do a whole bunch of stuff,
Yeah.
but if you're doing other unscripted television shows,
Yeah.
you're giving us like 3 to 6 months to do it before you do anything else.
Okay. No, you got to let's go through this. So so you don't want me to do any other unscripted television shows. Okay, so if you made it
It's not that. This is basically saying you can go do. There's a clause in there for a reasonable amount of other stuff. So you can do as much scripted or interviews or things along those lines.
Yeah.
But if you're doing another show that's exactly like our show,
Yeah.
we would want you to be exclusive to our show, and that's why we're gonna.
Right. Okay, so let's see. I'll have to think about that. It's constant. I get a reality show and TV producers calling me every week, and so I'm gonna have to like think. Am I gonna make myself so that I can't do any of this stuff for a certain amount of time? That especially for like $1,000 a day, and who knows, it could only be one day. Am I gonna lock myself in for $1,000?
Getting any work like that. That's absolutely the last thing I want to do.
Right.
We can
But-
adjust the agreement to basically whatever you need.
Right. Okay. So, but
We can add like certain things there.
Yeah.
I want you to be totally comfortable with this.
Yeah.
My main goal is that when we're selling this, we're going to say, okay, we're going to do this great interview with Bear Vasquez. We go into Yosemite and we follow him around. He's got some amazing stuff to show us. But when we present it to them, they're going to say, well, what's stopping this person from doing it?
Right.
What's stopping from us taking this and just doing it ourselves?
right.
And having the contract with you to do that. So as long as it stipulates you're not going to do a show that is like exactly like our show,
Right.
I'm cool with that. Is that cool with you?
Yeah. I mean, I definitely.
For a short period of time.
Yeah.
3 to 6 months.
That's the stippler I'm gonna have. It's got to be a short period of time because there's a lot of this stuff. I mean, Swedish TV came and filmed me recently, and it's pretty much this. We came and looked at my farm, and we went into Yosemite, and then they showed it in Swedish TV, and you know what I mean. It's like, and that was some money that helped me. And like, I don't have a job. I don't have a steady source of income, so I need to be able to earn something. So. Yeah, but I also understand that.
We're here to just show your life.
Right. Yeah, and I think that's a good idea, and I understand that it's you don't want someone else to be able to do the same exact thing and then compete with you, especially when you're paying me. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we can work somewhere within this.
And I just wanted to tell you this up front before you tell anything, just because I wanted to be on the up and up with you the whole time.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Okay. Okay. All right. Yeah, it sounds good. I'm interested in, it's like something that that I probably would do. I'm supposed to spread this message. And the things that I do like this, it's like, okay, this is part of the role that I've taken on, and so I'm supposed to do it.
I mean, and the thing for us is like we're doing a lot of people who have been really damaged by hate on the internet.
Yeah.
You know, the Jensen Raza, the Star Wars kid,
Yeah.
and a whole bunch of other people who have been really pushed to kind of the brink of suicide.
Wow.
I think your story is something that we really need in there because we don't have a lot of people who have been able to just kind of be bulletproof to that and
Yeah.
maintain their positivity throughout everything.
Yeah, that's me. I'm bulletproof. It's because I'm protected by the truth.
I mean, it's a pretty cool story, and you have an awesome life. I mean, I think that would be something that I think would look fantastic.
Yeah.
I mean, we definitely want to work with you. We'll figure out a way to make it work that will work within everything that you want. Because we don't want you to, go broke trying to do that.
Yeah, right. Okay.
We'll make it work.
It's sounding good.
All right, thank you so much.
All right, we'll be in touch.
Send you over even.
All right, bye. Damn, another TV producer. They're,
Hey, she got your number.
huh?
Hey, she got your number.